For decades, dieting has been sold as the solution to nearly every health problem. If you want to lose weight, feel better, gain confidence, or live longer, the answer always seems to be the same: start a new diet. Low carb, low fat, keto, paleo, vegan, intermittent fasting, juice cleanses, detox teas, carnivore, Mediterranean, and countless others all promise the same thing: fast results, minimal effort, and a brand new version of you. And yet, despite all these options, obesity rates continue to rise, frustration continues to grow, and millions of people feel like they've failed again and again. But here's the uncomfortable truth most diet companies don't want you to hear. Most diets don't fail because people lack discipline. They fail because the system itself is broken. The first major reason diets fail is that they are built on restriction, not sustainability. Most diets begin by cutting something out: carbs, sugar, fat, calories, entire food groups, without asking a far more important question: can a human realistically live like this long term? In the early days of a diet, restriction often feels empowering. You feel in control, motivated, even proud. The scale drops quickly, people notice, and your brain receives a flood of reward chemicals. But restriction always comes with a cost. The more you tell yourself you can't have something, the more your brain becomes obsessed with it. Food turns from nourishment into temptation, then into an enemy, and eventually into a source of guilt. Biologically, the human body is not designed to tolerate long-term deprivation. When calories drop too low or food variety becomes too narrow, the body interprets it as a threat to survival. Hormones that regulate hunger and fullness, like leptin and ghrelin, begin to shift. Hunger increases, cravings intensify, and your metabolism starts to slow down in an effort to conserve energy. This isn't weakness, it's evolution. Your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do. So when people fall off a diet, it's not because they failed. It's because their biology fought back. Another reason most diets fail is that they focus almost entirely on weight, not behavior. The number on the scale becomes the sole measure of success. If it goes down, the diet is working. If it goes up, you're doing something wrong. But weight fluctuates for countless reasons: water retention, stress, sleep, hormones, digestion, many of which have nothing to do with fat loss. When progress is defined only by scale weight, people become emotionally tied to a number they don't fully control. This creates a cycle of hope and disappointment that slowly drains motivation and self-trust. Diets also tend to ignore the psychological side of eating, which is arguably more important than the nutritional one. People don't eat purely because they're hungry. They eat because they're stressed, bored, lonely, celebrating, coping, or seeking comfort. A diet plan might tell you what to eat, but it rarely teaches you why you eat. Without addressing emotional triggers, habits, environment, and mindset, no meal plan can last. Food becomes a coping mechanism again the moment life gets difficult. And life always gets difficult. Then there's the problem of all or nothing thinking, which diets actively encourage. You're either on track or off track. Foods are labeled as good or bad, clean or dirty. One cookie becomes a failure. One missed workout becomes an excuse to quit entirely. This black and white mindset creates shame, and shame is one of the strongest predictors of binge eating and diet abandonment. When people feel like they've already failed, they stop trying, not because they don't care, but because continuing feels emotionally exhausting. Another overlooked reason diets fail is that they often disrupt real life. Social events become stressful, family meals become complicated, eating out feels like a minefield. Suddenly, food is no longer something you enjoy, it's something you manage. The more a diet separates you from normal human experiences, the harder it becomes to maintain. Eventually, something has to give, and it's usually the diet. There's also a massive industry problem behind all of this. The diet industry profits when people fail, because failure sends them searching for the next solution. If a diet truly worked long-term for most people, repeat customers would disappear. So diets are marketed with urgency, novelty, and unrealistic expectations. Lose 20 pounds in 30 days. Burn fat while you sleep. Eat this one food to melt belly fat. These promises grab attention, but they also set people up for disappointment. When reality doesn't match the fantasy, people blame themselves instead of the system. So if most diets fail, What actually works instead? What works is not a diet, it's a process. Sustainable health is built through habits, not rules. The goal isn't to eat perfectly, it's to eat consistently well enough over time. Instead of asking, how can I lose weight as fast as possible? The better question is, how can I eat and live in a way I can maintain for years? One of the most powerful shifts is moving from restriction to addition. Instead of focusing on what you need to cut out, focus on what you can add in. Add more protein to keep you full. Add more fiber from fruits, vegetables, and whole foods to improve digestion and blood sugar control. Add water, add movement. When you add nourishing foods, ultra-processed foods naturally crowd out without force. This approach reduces rebellion and makes change feel supportive instead of punishing. Another key element that actually works is habit stacking, making small changes that fit into your existing routine. Instead of overhauling your entire lifestyle overnight, you start with manageable actions. Drinking a glass of water before meals, walking for 10 minutes after dinner, eating protein at breakfast. These habits don't feel dramatic, but they compound over time. Consistency beats intensity every single time. What also works is learning to eat with awareness instead of control. This means paying attention to hunger cues, fullness signals, and how food makes you feel, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. When you slow down and remove judgment from eating, you begin to trust yourself again. Food loses its power, and choices become easier. This approach isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Sleep and stress management are also non-negotiable, yet most diets ignore them completely. Chronic sleep deprivation increases hunger hormones and reduces impulse control. High stress elevates cortisol, which promotes fat storage and cravings for high-energy foods. You can eat perfectly and still struggle if your nervous system is constantly overwhelmed. What works is treating sleep, stress, and recovery as part of health, not optional extras. Movement is another area where most diets get it wrong. Exercise is often framed as punishment for eating or a tool solely for burning calories. But the most sustainable form of movement is the one you actually enjoy. Walking, dancing, lifting weights, swimming, movement should support your life, not drain it. When exercise becomes a form of self-respect instead of self-punishment, consistency follows naturally. Long-term success also requires redefining what progress looks like. Progress isn't just weight loss, it's better energy, improved strength, stable moods, fewer cravings, better sleep, and a healthier relationship with food. When people stop tying their self-worth to the scale, they stop quitting at the first plateau. They keep going because life itself feels better. Perhaps the most important thing that works is patience. Real change is slow, and that's not a flaw, it's a feature. Slow progress allows habits to form, identity to shift, and confidence to grow. When you stop chasing quick fixes, you stop losing and regaining the same weight over and over again. You build something that lasts. The truth is, the people who succeed long-term aren't more disciplined or more motivated. They've simply stopped dieting and started living differently. They eat in a way that supports their body, not fights it. They allow flexibility. They forgive themselves quickly. They focus on what they can do most days, not what they do perfectly. So if you've tried diet after diet and feel like nothing works, understand this: you are not broken. The system you were sold was never designed to help you long-term. Real change doesn't come from stricter rules. It comes from better understanding, better habits, and a kinder approach to yourself. Because health isn't something you go on and off, it's something you build, one sustainable choice at a time. If this video helped you see dieting in a new way, imagine what happens when you stop chasing quick fixes and start building something sustainable. Real health isn't about perfection. It's about understanding your body, your habits, and your environment, and working with them instead of against them. If you found value here, hit like so this message reaches more people who are stuck in the same cycle. Subscribe if you want more long-form videos that cut through health myths and focus on what actually works. And share this with someone who's been blaming themselves for a system that was never designed to help them win. Your body isn't broken, you just needed a better approach.